If he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know.
Spectacular. I told everybody Terence Crawford's pound for pound number one. Most journalists and writers in the sport have ranked Terence Crawford.
Difficult. He needs to handle and maintain the speed and improve his power. That's what I did. Like, maintain your speed and improve your power.
Roy Jones Jr. didn't hold back when talking about a possible matchup between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. He said his confident Crawford would completely dominate the fight. In Roy's view, Crawford's sharp instincts, power, and ability to adjust mid-fight would push Floyd out of his comfort zone. Jones also suggested that Mayweather's undefeated record came partly from carefully choosing opponents, and that Crawford is exactly the kind of fighter Floyd avoided. According to Roy, Crawford has all the tools to break Mayweather down and hand him a decisive loss.
You're leaning towards Crawford, is that correct?
I'm not saying I'm leaning toward him. I love both guys. Both guys are great fighters. Well, I can't say I'm leaning. I am leaning toward Crawford. I am. And not because Canelo is not a great fighter, but because I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows about Canelo. You feel me? So I don't know if Canelo's hungry. I know Bud is hungry. Bud stays hungry. I don't know if Canelo's hungry. Bud has never got the recognition for what he deserves like Canelo has. You understand me? So Bud is still hungry for that recognition. When you're hungry like that, a determined man, it's very hard to detour.
So, you're leaning toward Crawford, is that right? I'm not saying I'm leaning toward him. I mean, I love both guys. They're both great fighters. Well, actually, yeah, I guess I am leaning toward Crawford. Not because Canelo isn't great, but because there are too many question marks around him right now, you know? I'm not sure if Canelo still has that hunger. But I know Bud does. Bud stays hungry. Canelo's already gotten the recognition and respect he deserves, but Bud hasn't. He's still fighting for that acknowledgement, that validation. And when a man is that hungry, that determined, it's hard to stop him.
Gotta rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10. Because he definitely has the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for like pound for pound. That maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donell. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
Roy Jones Jr. didn't hold back when breaking down why he believes Terence "Bud" Crawford is on another level. According to Jones, Crawford possesses skills most fighters only dream about. First, he praised Crawford's ring IQ, the way he reads opponents, adapts mid-fight, and constantly sets traps that force his rivals into mistakes. He can change the game plan on the fly, Roy said, and that's what separates the greats from the legends. Second, Jones highlighted Crawford's stance versatility. Few fighters can switch hit like Bud, seamlessly going from orthodox to southpaw, confusing opponents and exposing openings they never see coming. Third, Roy emphasized Crawford's timing and setup. He doesn't just throw punches, he builds them. The way he uses feints, chime.
Canelo Alvarez has been a great fighter his whole career. People like Erislandy Lara gave you the blueprint on how to beat him. People like Floyd Mayweather also gave you the blueprint on how to beat him. But Bud is more fierce, more fearsome and more angrier and more meaner than both of those guys. So if they showed you the blueprint, Bud gonna go out there, take that blueprint and do even more with it, which is what Bud did. So it was never a question in my mind whether Bud really was going to outbox me, just if he could take the punch. And right away he showed, bam, he could take the punch. So I knew from that point, if he just slow him down, which he did, he'd be okay. Then late in the fight, what other people still didn't see, late in the fight, Bud started hitting Canelo's body. One of those body shots, I think about the 7th or 8th round, hurt Canelo. I was like, whoa. Bud hit him in the right spot then, and he got Canelo's respect with that too. So Bud fought a very, very awesome fight, fought a beautiful fight, very tactical.
Very controlled.
Yes, it was a beautiful fight for boxing.
It was a beautiful fight. You know, Bud got hit with some shots.
He did. He did.
He got hit with some single shots going out. You know, he's going out, and you know Canelo, if he has you trapped in the corner or along the ropes, it's typically 1 to 2 big shots. You know that if you've watched him.
Yep.
So you could tell Crawford, as he was going out, he knew the one shot was coming, and several times it landed. He even got hit with a 2-piece. I don't remember what round it was, uppercut right hand that Crawford took well. So when you started seeing him absorb the shots, if you're Team Crawford, you don't want him to take that shot. But if you started seeing that, now you know that, okay. And I think that's what gave Crawford the green light to stay there a little bit longer.
He smiled about it.
He smiled about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that smile can be a lie, and sometimes that smile can mean what I think it meant for Crawford, which is, oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Terence Crawford is at the absolute top of his game, undefeated, experienced, versatile, and still driven to prove more. According to Jones, Crawford has shown he can adjust to any style, maintain his power across weight classes, and fight intelligently both up close and at a distance. Weighing in around 167.5 pounds, he combines speed, strength, experience, and a sharp boxing mind, a complete package. If this truly is his moment, Jones says, Crawford has everything it takes to make history.
Mayweather is still greater than Terence Crawford. We need to really talk about this now. A lot of you guys are putting Crawford a bit too high. If you want to say Crawford could beat Floyd, I'm more open to that conversation. But when you're lining up the careers, I'm going to say Floyd every time. While they're both 5 division, Bud has become 3-time undisputed, but he's only fought 10 world champions to Floyd's 25 world champions. You can't take away the 5 division, 3-time undisputed. In terms of accolades, yeah, he probably gets the nod over Floyd. I say their accolades are about relative, considering Floyd Mayweather won Fighter of the Decade as well. But when you get to the resumes, Pacquiao, Oscar, Canelo, Cotto, Mosley, Castillo, Marquez, Zab, Gotti, Hatton, and Corley. It's probably way more people that this guy just didn't name. And then when you get to Bud's resume, not saying it's just bad, but the only names that's really